Hello, 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 hello. How are you today? I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you're getting ready for an exciting week. And I was on here last week and talked to you all about forgiveness. And today I wanted to talk about what forgiveness is and what it isn't. So, I learned after last week that forgiveness is really hard for a lot of people. It's hard for me too, because sometimes we feel like we have a right to be offended, and we do. Sometimes you have a right, but you also have a right to joy and peace. And so hopefully when I go through with you today what forgiveness is and what it isn't, that you'll move towards that joy and peace in your life. So the first thing I'd say that forgiveness is for you. It's personal. It's about your personal joy, your personal peace. What forgiveness is it's not about that other person. Do you know sometimes we're mad at someone and they don't know that we're mad, or they don't even care? So it's not about them. Everything I'm talking to you about today is for you. It's about letting go of the resentment and anger you have towards that person or the event. Because sometimes the unforgiveness you have is about something that happened in life. It's not necessarily something someone did to you. So how do you let go of that resentment or anger? And sometimes you do it when you have to confront the person. And confront sounds so harsh because it almost sounds like you're talking to them in anger, but sometimes it's just a conversation with the person to say, here's what you said or did, here's how I felt about it. Depending on the person, you may be able to let it go. If it's someone you have that's in your life that you have to see on a regular basis, then you're going to have to find a way to talk through those issues so they don't continue to happen. But sometimes letting go of that resentment or anger is just by being quiet and not saying anything, because it's not worth your time or the trouble to even say anything to the person. So you got to do that. I see some people on there. I see my sister Dawn and Keisha and Valencia, and I saw Will T. Hi, everybody. So what it is not is excusing what that person did or pretending that the event never happened. That's not what forgiveness is. You don't have to excuse what the person did. And you don't have to walk around and pretend like the event never happened. But you need to find a way to let go of the resentment and anger you have towards it. Forgiveness is preventing the offender's behavior from destroying your heart. So many of us have really good hearts, and actually it's the ones of us with good hearts that get hurt and offended the most, because we're just good people. But you don't want to let that person's offense or the thing that that person did destroy your heart. What it isn't is you putting up a welcome sign saying, "Welcome back into my life, offender." No, you don't want to do that. Some people you have to let back into your life, but others you don't. You don't. Just because you are preventing their behavior from destroying your heart doesn't mean that you're welcoming them back into your life. That you don't have to do that. It's a release from a painful burden. Let me tell you, I wear all my stress, pain, anger, all in my neck and shoulders, right? So there's been times when I was so frustrated with someone, the mere thought that I might see them would cause pain and in my neck and shoulders. Hey, Charles. Hey, bro. It would cause pain in my neck and shoulders. I don't want that for myself. But even though I release myself from that painful burden, doesn't mean that I'm releasing them from the accountability of their actions. Because guess what? Sometimes people have to be held accountable. Forgiveness is a build of your character. That's something I had to learn. It's something, this is how God deals with me. Now, he may not deal with you the same way, but he probably does. He'll allow things to happen in my life because he wants to build my character and to see how I'm going to react to that thing. If I don't learn that lesson, guess what? It keeps happening. Because he still wants me to learn that lesson and to build that character. That's what forgiveness does. If you get to the point where you can say, hey, this person offended me, or I'm hurt by this event that happened in my life, and you can come back and say, but I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be nice to that person when I see them. I may not welcome them with open arms and say, hey, come on back in, but I'm still going to be gracious and kind, then that is a build of your character. Forgiveness is not about winning or losing. And I think sometimes we sit back and think, if I forgive that person, that means they won. Again, my very first point is, it's not about them. It is about you. You and your peace and the joy you want to have in your heart. Now, forgiveness can be a continuous thing. There's no magic wand that says, boom, I forgive this person. So every time I see them, think about them, hear their name, I'm going to be just happy-go-lucky. No. Sometimes it is continuous. There's no magic wand. Not at all. And I know that from personal experience. But anyway, forgiveness is taking your power back. I used to tell my son this all the time. Anytime you allow somebody to change you and your behavior, you've given up your power. And I've done it myself, and I see it. If I'm upset with someone or feel they hurt me or offended me some kind of way, I've changed. Oh, my big bro Pat is on. Hey, Pat. I feel different. I act different. I've even had people come to me and say, hey, what's wrong with you? Something's not right. Because it was visible that I was frustrated or upset with someone or something. But when you learn to forgive, you've taken your power back. Because forgiveness is not weakness. It takes a strong person to be able to say, I forgive someone for what they did. It takes a really strong person to say in life, you know, I forgive that this event happened to me. So take your power back. Take your power back. This part might hurt some of you all's feelings. I'm going to tell you in advance. But sometimes that forgiveness, when you go to forgive, it is taking a look at what was your part in the offense. That's right. Sometimes we do things and it causes someone to react in a certain way. And then, what's the saying? Hurt people hurt people. So you need to take a look at, what was my part in the offense? Did I say something? Did I make that person feel slighted? Whatever it is, did you do anything that could have caused that person to do what they did that hurt you so bad? Again, you're not excusing their behavior, but you still got to take an inward look. So before you put all the blame on someone, take a look at yourself. Just put the mirror up. Say, okay, self, what did I do? Because there are things oftentimes. And then for me, I think the last thing I wanted to say about this is, for me, forgiveness is a lesson in trust and faith. Do I trust God to handle the situation? Do I trust God that he's going to make me whole again? Because sometimes when you are offended or you're hurt by something to someone, you feel like you're no longer whole, that you're just a piece of yourself. Do I have enough faith in God to know that he's going to handle the situation? And do I trust him enough that whatever he chooses to do in that situation, I'm going to be okay with it? Because sometimes when we're hurt or angry at somebody, we've already decided what their punishment should be. Have you done it? I don't know. I've done it. Like, I think this should happen to them, or they should get fired, or they should this or this. That's not for up to us. Trust God and allow Him to do what He needs to do, because there may be a lesson in it for that person as well. So that's all I have for today. I hope this has really helped you. I hope this has helped someone somewhere to just take the steps that you need to do to forgive someone. Now, next week's going to be hard because I'm going to talk about forgiving yourself. Because for me, that's been my biggest challenge when it comes to forgiveness, is understanding that I deserve forgiveness from myself. So Tuesdays doesn't seem to be working for me. I've got too much going on. So next week, I think we'll do Monday at the same time. And I'll come on and we'll talk about how to forgive yourself. And then I'll give you some tools that you can use that can help you get to that point. So, all right. Love you all. Peace and blessings. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Bye-bye.